Here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the Golden State Warriors evened the series at one apiece with a 100-91 victory. And who would have thought that in the two games in San Antonio against the number 6 seed, the Spurs would have leads for only 6 minutes in 2 games.
Yeah, no one would have thought that, and especially the way that they came back and played so well and having the resolve to come back game 2 after that big letdown in game 1.
All right, well, it wasn't Stephen Curry, although he did contribute tonight, but Klay Thompson had 29 of his 34 points and a barrage of threes in the first half.
He did, and what's even more impressive, he had 14 rebounds to go along with it. So he was active all night, dribbling on the three-pointers, coming up, catching three-pointers on the fast break, being very active, sneaking in for layups and dunks as well. Not just three-pointers, this guy was very active tonight, helping his team score.
And, you know, C-Web, the Warriors got some contributions. Remember, this is a young team. They have 4 rookies who play from their bench. Carl Landry for one, and how about Jarrett Jacks with a couple of big baskets as he did the other night as well.
Jarrett Jack, I mean, you can't talk enough about this guy coming off the bench. Reminds you kind of a Vinnie Johnson, but with more point guard skills, able to get his shot and his spacing at any time. But his shot selection is what impressed me the most. Not just taking his short jumpers, but getting to the basket, getting fouled, and making sure the time and possession was the number one thing on his mind for this team.
And, you know, see, we have this Warrior team undaunted after really a heartbreaking loss the other night in the second overtime. But Mark Jackson has been a tremendous cheerleader, head coach. He's been a guidance guy for this team, and he invoked his former coach and, of course, the Hall of Famer Pat Riley in addressing his team near the end of the game.
Hey, that's how you hang tough through adversity. Guess what? Pat Riley once said, you rebound, you get ring. I say you rebound, you beat the Spurs in game 2. That's what I say. That's what I say. That means everybody go get the basketball. All right? Let's have some fun, gentlemen. Let's have some fun.
And have some fun they did. And it's a 1-1 series, and now they go to the Oracle for games 3 and 4 Friday and Sunday. And now the burden of proof has to be on the San Antonio Spurs to avoid being down 3-1. Looking to win one of those games at least. It's going to be tough. This Warrior team has grabbed this nation by hold. 1-1 after the win in San Antonio.
Now you got a 1-1 series, and you're going to Golden State. If you're San Antonio, are you worried?
You worried?
Are you worried?
You more than worried, Ernie. Ernie, you know, me and Kenny were talking about it in the green room. They got some issues. They got some serious issues. They got to find a guy on their bench because I don't even know who it's going to be honest with you. You know, Kenny says it might have to be Blair or somebody because Golden State, those guys, they're going to get shots, and clearly they're going to continue to.
DeJuan Blair to do what?
I think he could guard Draymond Green and a little bit better, and I think he can also guard Landry a little bit better because they are proverbial junkyard dogs. Yeah. He's a junkyard dog. So you got to put dogs with dogs. You can't have a splitter who's uncomfortable coming out to that three-point line where Draymond Green will be and then trying to recover if he takes him off the dribble. DeJuan Blair, 6'8", 6'7", undersized. He's not uncomfortable guarding guys at the three-point line. And then you can put Tim Duncan at the 5, and you're going to have a little bit better continuity because you can still rebound. But when Pop goes small, the only rebounder in the game is Tim Duncan. So you have 4 guards and Tim Duncan. So what happens is Draymond Green and Landry, they beast those guys and get second and third shots. And you give Curry and Thompson second and third shots, lights out.
But the key to me is going to be Steph Curry. He didn't play well tonight. I thought he was still tired. Now there's a long layoff.
They're playing Friday.
I'm just saying he gets some time to get. The crowd will give him energy.
Yeah.
When you play at home, Ernie, you don't get tired. You only get because when that crowd is going nuts, they give you energy you don't even know you had. I think he will recover, but he was only 7 for 20 tonight.
But what's Pop going to do with what's San Antonio going to do about this? This is a problem. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry are a problem.
They are a serious problem. And the biggest problem they got, they need Tony Parker can't really guard them and score 20. Tony Parker's their best player. Tony Parker had 20 points tonight, but he was only 7 for 17. He can't guard Thompson and Curry and score 25 points. this for the Spurs to win this series is going to have to be an unsung hero. It's going to have to be an unsung hero, Ernie. I don't know who it's going to be.
The first thing you need to beat the Spurs is belief. I've said many times, if the general doesn't panic, the troops don't panic. Even after they lost a big 16-point lead, Mark Jackson said, you know what, we're going to win game 2. That's how his guys came out and played tonight. So they're definitely in trouble.
So the series moves to the Bay Area tomorrow night, 10:30 Eastern on ESPN. And, Bruce, that place is going to be bananas.
It's going to be intense.
And we're talking about a Golden State team offensively that averages 102 points on their home floor. What are your expectations now that the series is 1-1 and going to Oakland?
Well, I expect the San Antonio Spurs to come out with more energy from jump ball. This is where they had a problem in both games where Golden State has built an extraordinary lead against San Antonio in their building in the first 2 quarters. Yesterday, first quarter, 28 points. Second quarter, they give up over 30 points. So that's not characteristic of Greg Popovich's teams in the past. You can't allow a young team, now, a young team to have a start like that because you're fighting so much to get back into it. And let's just say the Spurs, they're a veteran ball club. Those veteran legs start to take course when you're dealing with comeback so much.
Oh, so you're referring to right now they look a little slow out there, right?
No, they're veterans. It's an age team,
Be
Kevin.
kind. Bruce Bowen breaking things down on SportsCenter. First time in 16 years the Warriors win in San Antonio. Just to give you an idea how long this streak has been, that was Bruce's first season in the league.
There's Steph Curry, had 44 in the double overtime loss, but turned ice cold late in the game. Many thought he played too many minutes. Here he is early. Okay, off to a good start, but overall not a great night shooting for Steph Curry in this game. It was a great night shooting for that man, Klay Thompson. Curry and Thompson combined for 23 in the first. That's how many the Spurs had. Thompson continues his hot shooting in the second quarter, especially from this spot right here. The right foul line extended for 3. Again, give it to me. He felt it. 6'7", 23-year-old. Of course, played at Washington State. 29 points in the first half. 11 of 18 shooting, 7 of 8 from behind the three-point line. Third quarter, can the Spurs come back again? Down 18, down by as many 20 in this game. There's Danny Green. Manu Ginobili for 3. No, but that's Gary Neal, who takes the tip. Nice play by Leonard to get it back out to him. Final seconds of the third, however, we need a Band-Aid. Let's go to Klay. Holy shnikes. Red hot, and the Warriors up by 11 after 3. But, of course, the question is, could they hang on after blowing it in game number 1? Here comes Ginobili. Spurs down 6. Warriors need an answer. Steph penetrates. Awesome, off the glass and in. Again, Curry with 22 points, 4 assists. And again, Curry, top of the key pure. After the heartbreaker in Game 1, the Warriors respond in Game 2 with a huge performance from Thompson. He played 47 of the 48 minutes, poured in 34 with that amazing three-point shooting. Friday night, part of our awesome doubleheader. Heat Bulls Game 1, Warriors Spurs Game 2.